Have you ever experienced a profound shift within yourself that you struggle to articulate? Perhaps you feel like a different person than you were just a few months ago, yet you cannot pinpoint what has changed. Your previous life may no longer resonate with you. Your habits, relationships, and aspirations might seem misaligned. This feeling is not merely a symptom of depression or burnout, but something deeper. If this resonates with you, stay tuned, for by the end of this video, I will reveal the most powerful yet invisible phenomenon that accompanies spiritual awakening, one that most individuals do not realize until it is too late. Spiritual awakening is not always a dramatic occurrence. It often does not manifest with dazzling lights or a transformative moment where you hear divine voices. Instead, it tends to be quiet and subtle. However, the impact of this process can be immensely powerful, gradually unraveling your old identity and steering you toward a more authentic and genuine self. A common misconception is that you might already be experiencing this awakening without even realizing it. It is possible to go about your daily routine while, unbeknownst to you, your soul is breaking free from an unseen confinement. So, how can you determine whether you are undergoing this transformation? Let us explore 7 subtle signs that indicate you are spiritually awakening at this very moment. These are not the usual indicators you might be familiar with. Rather, they sneak into your daily life and may not seem spiritual at first glance, even though they truly are. As I discuss each sign, I will provide real-life examples and practical tips to help you navigate these experiences. One of the initial signs is a peculiar sense of emotional detachment, not in a numbed manner, but rather as if your responses to things that previously stirred excitement or anger within you have dulled. You might attend a gathering where everyone else is laughing and celebrating, and yet you find yourself feeling more like an observer than a participant. You may smile and engage, but internally, you are merely watching the scene unfold. This detachment can be unsettling initially, leading you to wonder if something is wrong with you. In reality, this signifies that your inner world is shifting profoundly, drawing you away from external stimulation as your soul seeks to forge a deeper connection within. A helpful approach is to embrace this change. Allow yourself quiet moments, journal your feelings, and observe your emotional transitions without judgment. Another sign you may find yourself experiencing is a propensity to question everything, truly everything. One morning you might awaken and ponder, why do I pursue this occupation? What drives my concern for others' opinions? Why do I adhere to social norms? This questioning is not rooted in negativity, it represents clarity emerging as the illusions surrounding you begin to fracture. You are recognizing that much of what you've accepted may not have been truly yours to begin with. For instance, a man I spoke with felt he was on a predetermined path to becoming a lawyer. One day, he gazed in the mirror and posed the profound question, whose life am I living? That single inquiry catalyzed an entirely new direction for him. You may also notice a shift in your relationships, where friends you once cherished no longer resonate with your evolving self. Conversations might feel superficial, and you may find yourself feeling irritable over matters that previously seemed trivial. This doesn't indicate that you are superior. Instead, your energy is evolving, aligning you with a different frequency that makes it challenging to connect with others who remain anchored in the past. If you encounter this, practice gentleness with yourself. You do not need to sever ties abruptly. Simply create space and allow your energy to guide your connections. New relationships will naturally form as you continue to grow. Experiencing constant fatigue, regardless of the amount of rest you get, is another confusing aspect of this. process. You may feel drained on multiple levels, not only physically, but also emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It can feel as if a heavy burden is being lifted from all, deep within, requiring all your energy. This fatigue is entirely normal as you begin to clear layers of past conditioning, trauma, and limiting beliefs. Your nervous system is adapting to a heightened level of awareness. Envision your body as a house that has become cluttered over the years. Now you are in the process of decluttering it room by room, which necessitates energy. I recall a woman who believed something was wrong with her because she could sleep for 10 hours, yet still wake up feeling exhausted. Once she understood that this was part of her awakening, she ceased her internal struggles. A practical tip is to ensure you rest adequately, stay hydrated, and take short, grounding walks in nature. Your body is integral to this transformation. Listen to its needs. Another sign that may arise is an inexplicable connection to nature, animals, and even silence. You might catch yourself gazing at the sky or observing the leaves rustle in the wind, overwhelmed with a profound sense of peace. Or perhaps, while walking your dog, you sense a non-verbal communication taking place between you both. This is a form of the soul's language. As you awaken, your awareness tunes into energies that transcend mere thought. These feelings may seem unusual, but they are sacred. Do not disregard them. Allow yourself to immerse in these sensations. Even spending 5 minutes a day outside in silence can deepen your connection to both the natural and spiritual worlds. You might also start noticing recurring numbers or unusual synchronicities. Perhaps you frequently see 1111 or 333, or you think of someone only to have them call you, or you encounter a quote during a challenging time that perfectly encapsulates what you needed to hear. These occurrences are not coincidences. Rather, they are signals from the universe, God, or your higher self, serving as reminders that you are progressing on your path even amidst confusion. I was once told about a man struggling with depression after leaving his job. One day he glanced up to see a bus advertisement, proclaiming, "You are exactly where you need to be." That moment hit him hard. He cried on the spot, feeling a renewed sense of connection. Do not chase after signs, simply cultivate awareness. Maintaining presence will help you recognize them more readily. One sign that often goes unmentioned is the feeling of a dissolving identity. You may grapple with uncertainty about who you are. Your former self may no longer resonate, while your future self has yet to emerge. This in-between state can create feelings of crisis or loss. However, it signifies the transformative process between a caterpillar and a butterfly. It is messy and unclear, but it is sacred. This space allows your soul to rebuild itself. Resist the urge to rush it. Instead, allow it to unfold naturally. There is no need to have everything figured out. Breathe, remain present, and trust the process. Now, as I promised at the beginning, let me share the most powerful yet invisible aspect of spiritual awakening. You will cease seeking your identity externally and begin to remember that you have always been whole, divine, and enough. Throughout your life, you may have been conditioned to find yourself through achievements, relationships, appearance, or status. However, awakening strips away these layers, revealing your true self for the first time. That is why awakening can feel challenging and may even cause moments of mental chaos as the ego disassembles, paving the way for the soul to emerge. The hidden truth of spiritual awakening is that it is not about becoming a new version of yourself. Rather, it is about shedding what you never were. If you find yourself feeling lost, weary, disconnected, or confused, take a moment to breathe. You are not broken. You are in the process of becoming. You are not falling apart. You are aligning with your truth. The more you trust this journey, especially when it all seems illogical, the greater peace you will experience. This peace will not stem from a perfect life, but rather from a posture devoid of pretense. Let this serve as your affirmation. You are not alone in this journey, and you are not losing your mind. You are awakening quietly, powerfully, and unseen. Soon enough, everything will start to coalesce and make sense from the inside out. If this video resonated with you, please take a moment to like it. It genuinely helps. Subscribe if you have not already, and activate the notification bell so you do not miss out on what is coming next. I would love to hear from you as well. Please share in the comments what resonated most with you. If you know someone who could benefit from this message, share it with them. You might be the catalyst for their awakening today. Should you feel compelled, consider supporting this channel on a deeper level by becoming a member. Simply click the join button below. Thank you for being here. Your presence matters more than you know.